And how well, from your view, did the program work in protecting you?
Well, it did not work at all. No, it did not work at all. I mean, the things that we were told would never happen happened. Our abuser was quite literally able to find out where we were living. I think it hadn't even been a year, and he'd already had figured out where we were.
How did
The
that
cities
happen?
were. I don't know specifically how that happened. But I know that that we were promised that something like that would never happen, and it did. It was a danger to us. I didn't know when was the time that he would show up. It could be any time. And
So then this judge issued a warrant for your arrest. What was your feeling when you were the subject of a warrant and custody was awarded to your ex-partner?
It's really hard to explain. It's honestly it's hopeless. You feel quite hopeless. You had this very idealistic view of the justice system, especially in Canada. This view of the police. You place your whole trust in them, and it's very hard. And we lived like that for about 10 months. Yeah.
Did you think that the police were going to show up and arrest you and take your son away in that 10-month period?
I most definitely thought, I most definitely thought that was a possibility, because I was no longer in Canada I had already left Canada quite a few months before that decision came out. There was the the fear of extradition, of being extradited, and of course of my son being apprehended somehow and being returned, to what we fought to get out of, and that was. Sorry, that's really hard, and it's really hard, and you feel like you're just such a little person. It's quite different when one individual is hunting you, is chasing you, but it's quite different when a whole justice system is erroneously after you. And it's very hard to take that and to understand that. Yeah. I feel, of course, absolutely happy and absolutely relieved. I know that, what I was asking was just fairness and justice. And so I'm happy, that ultimately that did happen. Having the court order did end one nightmare, as I call it. But that unfortunately, my son and I are still at risk. We have already did the program, and that failed us, and now we're back to living a life of not knowing when and if something will happen to us.